Alright, so we've reached the last story in Power Rangers across the Morphin Grid, and this is the most zaniest, the wackiest one, the silliest one, the goofiest one, the most random access humor out of all of them, Chloe's Chaos Kitchen, written by Meghan Camarena. So if you're a fan of Hyperforce or you watched Hyperforce, then you know probably exactly what you're getting into for this one. And if you haven't read Hyperforce and you're just randomly seeing these characters that you've never seen before talk about burritos and talk about random stuff that happened that you probably are unaware of, then you're probably going to be very lost. So I'll just give you the quick rundown. Chloe and Vesper, characters from Hyperforce, a Power Rangers tabletop RPG from a couple of years ago. Really popular within the fandom. A lot of people like it. Some people don't like it. But this one-shot, I feel like Meghan just went ham on this one with the writing, because it basically embraces the wackiness and the silliness that was Power Rangers Hyperforce as they were improving as the show went along or the games went along. And this one, it feels exactly like how that would go down. So the whole premise of this one-shot is it's a cooking show. No idea where it's streaming to. I guess ask the readers, because it has weird fourth wall breaks where they're sort of patting down the other panels and stuff like that. You've got Vesper and stuff like that. They're cooking. And the whole premise of this mini story is Chloe and Vesper, they're cooking this candy burrito, which is crazy to say out loud. And when you see it, it looks like a crazy burrito mess that I probably would not want to cook myself, because probably all my teeth would fall out if I bit into that candy burrito. But I just love how wacky and silly this is. Like, it opens up with them sort of doing the introduction like it's a YouTube channel, and then they go over about cooking the candy burrito, and you have these flashbacks where they're not really flashbacks, they're exaggerated stories where Chloe's like, oh yeah, I remember like it happened like it was yesterday, and I kicked Pumpkin Rapper's ass. And Vesper's like, oh, I don't remember it happening like that. And then Chloe just says, oh, I'm just adding some like pizzazz to the story, just sort of spicing it up for the readers. And then Vesper's like, oh, okay then. And then on the next scene, it's like freaking they're riding a unicorn over a rainbow. And it's just like, as soon as you see that stuff, you just know that like you're in for a wild ride. And then you find out how the story really goes from like the little Tamagotchi thing. So it turns out they were fighting Pumpkin Rapper, and while they were fighting Pumpkin Rapper, you had Chloe off trick-or-treating, and then you had Vesper doing it as well, and her Halloween costume is like a sheet over her, like herself, and then she says, I'm a sheet, boo, which you gotta laugh at me with like how crazy and silly this is. So they cook the candy burrito when they fight Pumpkin Rapper, and the candy burrito, as soon as it's cooked, it's a really cool panel where they're cooking it up. But they cook the candy burrito, they say it's burrito time, and as they slowly go to eat it, Alpha shows up. I think Alpha like 99, there's like, I can't remember which Alpha unit this is. It's one of the Alpha units, I will say that. But it ends with them sort of getting chased around the kitchen, and then they take a bite out of the burrito, and then they pass out from like a sugar rush, I'm guessing. This is 20 candy like minutes later, so they're passed out on the floor and they're trying to eat the burrito, but it looks like they don't finish it. So that's what this one shot is, but it's a lot of fun. Like, I really like the artwork. It's very anime style, it's very pastel colors, it's very vibrant with everything going on. It looks really freaking nice. Like, I really freaking do enjoy it. But yeah, the two pass out, and then they say that's the end of the cooking show at the end of the issue. So this one shot I really did enjoy. Like, I knew what I was getting into when I saw the preview pages about the speech bubbles with how wacky and silly it looked, and having this just like random access humor for like Hyperforce and Chloe and stuff like that. This one shot was like a lot of fun, and I really hope that Hyperforce comes back in the comics later down the line once again. I mean, they played a role in Darkest Hour. They had their one-shot, which was like a sequel to the end of Power Rangers Hyperforce. A lot of people want a Hyperforce Season 2, which I doubt we're going to get, but hopefully one day they can continue it in the form of comics, maybe. If Boom Studios wants to do that, I don't know, fingers crossed. But this one-shot I really did enjoy. Like, it was a good way to end across the Morphin Grid because it's a wacky, silly story. I know it's Hyperforce, like a bunch of characters that probably people don't even know about, but it's cool to have like a team that's not even Mighty Morphin related, but you get to have some wacky, silly fun with it, because They could have got any other Ranger to come back into a story from like the classic era, but to have like a more recent season like Hyperforce in the story with Meghan and her wacky, silly sense of humor, this was a lot of fun. Like I really did enjoy this story. But overall, that was Across the Morphin Grid. That's all the stories covered within this one video. Well, I say several videos because I recorded them all in different sessions, but yeah, that was Across the Morphin Grid. What did you guys think of each one of these stories? Rank them down in the comment section down below with which one you liked the most, which ones you liked the least, and what other Rangers would you like to see return to a sequel with Across the Morphin Grid, and what Rangers would you like to see sort of get expanded on in this anthology series? Because if Boom Studios does this again, I'm all for it. Like, bring back a different set of Rangers or actors or voice actors who worked on Power Rangers and let them write a story about their character. That'd be really freaking cool. Or even get people from the community to do something like that. I don't know. I doubt they'd do that. But this Across the Morphin Grid anthology series was a lot of fun, and hopefully Boom Studios does more stuff like this later down the line, because we barely get the annuals anymore when it comes to Power Rangers, and they were sort of random stories across each season, although most of them were Mighty Morphin here and there. But this one was great to see as well, and it's cool to see Hyperforce get some more love involved as well. So props to Hyperforce getting some more love in 2024. So with that said, I think I'm going to bring this video to a close. I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and bye. Thanks for watching.